Mga higala, kumusta? Napunta niya ito ang tulumanon sa matagabi, panglantaw sa gabi. Maayong gabi kaninyong tanan, mga higala. Welcome once again to another deep, honest, and reflective episode of Panglantaw sa Kagabion, where we do not simply talk, we search for truth. Where we do not simply observe, we analyze. Where we do not just feel, we understand. Pero sa dili pa nato sugdan mga kahigalaan, mga igsoon ato sang i-shout out kini ako ang mga likers, mga nag-heart, nag-like, nag-ha-ha-ha, ato sang i-shout out kay kini sila ang nag-support sa ato ang programa matagabi. Atong i-shout out Lilian Martinez Tubigon, siyempre. Miriam Ricla de la Serna, Abinigo Ukapan, ato ang Municipal Administrator diri sa San Miguel. Franco Francine, Estrella Palirbacar, Jasper Supiralis Malalis Bityo na naghahaha, Jovi Habilio, Pastor Yong Monleon Kigangay Jr., Bernadette Tandoyan, and Arturo Tubigon Jr. Daghang kayong salamat mga ma'am ug sir sa inyong pag-like, pagsunod kanunay aning ato ang panglantaw sa kagabion. Tonight's message is anchored on a line that strikes at the heart of our political and spiritual reality. When evil strikes harder, that is when you know you are doing the right thing. Quote unquote. President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos. These words are not just poetic. They are prophetic. Because right now, the Philippines is in the middle of a storm. Not just a storm of weather, but a storm of politics, misinformation, and pressure. The harder certain forces attack, the clearer it becomes that someone is indeed doing the right thing. I invite you all to visit with me. Settle your thoughts and let us take this journey together. Through events, through reflections, through the realities our nation faces today. Let us begin where pain is most visible, the recent floods. Mga higala, we saw children swept away by water. We saw parents crying over the loss of their families. We saw homes destroyed, livelihood washed away, and the land drowning not only in water, but in deep sorrow. And while typhoons bring rain, it is corruption that brings death. For years, billions were allocated for flood control in the previous administrations. Drainage systems were funded. Dikes were budgeted. River desilting was paid for. Flood barriers were listed as complete. But the floods in Cebu exposed everything. Many of these projects existed only on paper. And now the loudest critics. They're trying to rewrite history. Trying to shift blame. Trying to pin the failures of the past on the administration that inherited the mess. Ug mo na'y sakit kaayo. Ang kasaypanan sa nangaging tuig o nangaging administrasyon ibutang karon nga panahon sa tao nga nagtinguha ug kausaban. When you touch the truth, expect resistance. When you expose corruption, expect attacks. When you shine light into darkness, expect the shadows to strike back. Just like the quote says by Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos, when evil strikes harder, you are doing the right thing. As investigations began to uncover anomalies, the political noise suddenly skyrocketed. Paid bloggers activated. Fake witnesses appeared. Old dynasties disturbed. Former officials became loud. And misinformation spread like wildfire. But let us be fair and clear. We must acknowledge that this administration is trying to address long-standing issues, no matter how heavy or ugly they are. And that kind of courage always comes with backlash. Dili tanan kasaba tinuod. Dili tanan kusog nga tingog maoy hustisya. Usahay ang pinakakusog mao ang kahadlukan or pinakahadlok ng masakpan. Now let us touch on another sensitive but important part of today's national climate. The large rallies of the Iglesia ni Cristo. Let us speak with respect. The INC is a recognized religious community with deep roots and millions of members. They have every right to gather, every right to assemble, every right to express concerns. But at the same time, we must recognize the public's concern. And these concerns are real, legitimate, and growing. People ask, why now? Why at this volume? Why at the moment investigations into past corruptions are intensifying? Why does the timing feel political to some observers? Are there groups taking advantage of the INC's crowd strength? Mga higala, we are not accusing. We are simply acknowledging the perception of the public. Because when religious group as large as INC steps into the streets, the entire nation feels it. Traffic feels it. Politics feels it. Economy feels it. And stability feels it. Some Filipinos fear that these rallies, whether intentionally or unintentionally, could be used for opportunistic political actors to pressure or destabilize the administration. Again, this is public interpretation, not accusation. Ang katawhan, dili bugo. Makasin sila og timpla. Makabati sila og kayag o kangit-ngit sa likod sa kalihukan. We respect their rally. We honor their faith. But we must also acknowledge the anxiety and tension these gatherings create. Especially when the government is in the middle of exposing massive corruption in previous years. Now we touch another topic many Filipinos whisper but are afraid to speak out loud. The public tension between Senator Amy Marcos and her brother, President Bongbong Marcos. This is a matter of public record. because their agreements or disagreements have happened in interviews, speeches, and hearings. And many Filipinos feel sad, confused, even worried. Some say, why is Senator Amy criticizing the administration publicly? Why does she sometimes echo the talking points of the critics? Why does her tone seem different from the unity message the nation needs? Mga higala, let me say this with utmost respect. We do not know the private dynamics of their family. We do not know the internal discussions. We do not know what happens behind closed doors. But the public effect is felt. When family members disagree publicly, it weakens the political unity of the administration. It gives ammunition to critics. It emboldens destabilizers. It creates confusion among supporters. And it shakes the moral of those who believe in unity. Again, this is not an accusation against Senator Amy. It's simply recognizing what the public sees and reacts to. Ang katawhan nangandoy og pagkahiusa. Masakit kung ang kakulian magsugod-sulod sa usa ka panimalay. The Bible says in Matthew chapter 12 verse 25, a house divided against itself cannot stand. This is why people are concerned, not because of hatred, but because unity matters, especially when corruption is being exposed, especially when political noise is high, especially when religious rallies shake the streets, especially when the nation needs stability. Let us return to our central theme. Why are attacks stronger today? Because this administration began touching what previous administrations were too afraid to touch. Investigations into past anomalies, accountability for huge budgets, transparency in high offices, scrutiny of flood control projects, re-examination of confidential funds, calling out fake witnesses, rejecting political bullying. And naturally, the greater the truth being revealed, the louder the darkness fights back. When you expose decades of misconduct, expect to be attacked. When you shine light on corruption, expect chaos. When you demand accountability, expect noise. Ang kasaba karon dili tungod kay sayop ang gobyerno. Kusog ang kasaba kay naigo na ang mga tao nga dili ganahan masakpan. This is why the quote is so powerful for our time. When evil strikes harder, that is when you know you are doing the right thing. Mga higala, let me speak from the heart. The Philippines does not need chaos. It does not need destabilization. It does not need division. It needs peace. It needs truth. It needs stability. It needs responsible voices from all sides, from government, from opposition, from religious institutions, and especially from families in power. Most of all, the nation needs discernment. Dili tanan kasaba kamatuoran. Dili tanan rally hustisya. Dili tanan kritisismo makatabang. Dili tanan sigaw para sa katawhan. Sometimes the noise you hear is simply fear. Fear of being exposed. Fear of losing power. Fear of losing influence. But truth moves quietly. Truth moves steadily. Truth does not panic. Truth does not shout. Truth stands. And the Filipino people can sense sincerity. They can smell deception. They can see who is working and who is manipulating. They can feel who is building and who is destroying. Mga higala, as we close this long reflection tonight, let us return to the simple but powerful message. When evil strikes harder, you are doing something right. And the harder the attacks become, the clearer it becomes that the truth is getting closer. We see political noise. We see internal tensions. We see religious rallies. We see desperate actors scrambling to regain control. But we also see something else. A government that refuses to be distracted. A leadership that continues to push forward. And a people who are becoming more aware, more discerning, more awakened. Let us walk together toward truth, toward transparency, toward unity, toward a future where corruption no longer feeds on the suffering of our people. Kay sa katapusan, ang kamatuoran dili gyud mapilti. Or sa katapusan, ang dautan dili gayud mo daog. Ang tinuod nga serbisyo mo tindog bisan pa sa kasaba. Ug ang leader nga tinud-anay dili mahadlok sa kangit-ngit. Kay kahibalo siya nga naay kahayag sa iyang likod. Kini ang panglantaw sa kagabhion, diin ang kahayag nagadanag bisan pa sa kangit-ngit. Kini inyong alagad higala ug igsoon Jeremias Labaho Tubigon sa makausapa mo inon nga sa atong pagpangandoy ug matarong nga katilingban. Ang kamatuoran gayud ang atong suga. Ug sa kangit-ngit sa kasaysayan, ang tinud-anay nga pamunuan, ang labing hayag nga paglaom. Mayong gabi, Pilipinas, padayon sa pagpaningkamot, padayon sa pag-ila sa tinuod, padayon sa pagbarog sa hustisya. And always remember, truth will fight back even when evil strikes hardest. Daghang kayong salamat sa inyong pagtanaw, pagpaminaw. Ini inyong higala alagad. Sa makausapa mo ingon, ang Dios magapanalangin, ug magapanalangin kanatong tanan. Mayong gabi.